Good Wednesday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to tonight's top stories, let's take a quick look outside that weather window. Today, not bad. It was a little bit breezy at times. Some places in north central Washington, a lot breezier than others. But boy, beautiful shot looking down at the Wenatchee Valley from our Wenatchee Heights Sky-Fi Tower camera. And lots of blue skies out there. And boy, expect that over the next few days. We have a nice 7-day forecast. A little bit breezy today as we talked about, but look at tomorrow. 49 degrees, sunshine. St. Patrick's Day looks great with 50. More sun as we get into the weekend on Saturday and 51, and then some clouds enter our forecast Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Maybe a morning shower on Monday, but the good news is temperatures will stay in the upper 40s and lower 50s. I'll have your complete north central Washington weather forecast coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the news stories we're following for you tonight. A Wenatchee man must serve 30 days on home confinement after stealing thousands of dollars from Bob's Burgers and Brew in East Wenatchee. And 4th District Congressman Dan Newhouse is proposing stiff new penalties for sales of illicit fentanyl. But first, our top story tonight. A court commissioner entered pleas of not guilty yesterday for the Wenatchee man accused of murdering his former girlfriend on Badger Mountain Road 2 months ago. 28-year-old Dalton Scott Potter is charged with 13 felony counts in the murder of Alyssa Longwell, who was shot to death along the roadside on January 21st. At his remote arraignment Tuesday in Douglas County Superior Court, Potter refused to answer questions from Court Commissioner Phil Safar and complained about his present representation by Public Defender Jesse Collins.
Is your true date of birth March 8, 1995?
Your Honor, again, I do not feel comfortable with Mr. Collins present, with the staff that is caring for me, and I do not feel comfortable, even stating my legal name right now, considering the circumstances on, which the police officers or whoever they were or were not may have arrested me or detained me or whatever happened.
Potter has consistently refused to answer basic questions in his court appearances. He's been judged competent to stand trial for allegedly shooting Longwell to death and then opening fire on witnesses who were driving nearby. Safar recorded pleas of not guilty on Potter's behalf and set his possible trial date for the 1st of May. A Wenatchee man must serve 30 days on home confinement after stealing thousands of dollars from Bob's Burgers and Brew in East Wenatchee. 44-year-old Ricardo Vara was employed at Bob's back in 2018 and was in charge of its nightly bank deposits. Restaurant managers say roughly $30,000 went missing during that period while it was in Vargas's control. Vara's pleaded guilty Monday to 2 counts of second-degree theft. That's reduced from the original charges of first-degree theft and identity theft. Douglas County Judge Brian Huber also ordered Vara to repay the $30,000 lost. Court records show he made a $20,000 repayment on the balance the day he entered his plea. 4th District Congressman Dan Newhouse is proposing stiff new penalties for sales of illicit fentanyl. The William and James Wanacott Act, introduced in the House of Representatives on Tuesday, would impose a minimum 20 years prison time for sales of fentanyl on the street. That's upping that minimum to 25 years if the drug results in death. Newhouse named the bill for 2 Yakima brothers who died of fentanyl overdoses 1 year apart from each other in 2021 and 2022. Newhouse said, quote, "The fentanyl crisis has impacted far too many families in our communities, just like the Wanacott family." Well, when we come back, we will tell you about a courageous 11-year-old Wenatchee girl who saved her family from an apartment fire. A Wenatchee sophomore joined Senator Brad Hawkins in Olympia last week. And sometimes it's hard to wait for the Apple Blossom Grand Parade. Fortunately, in the meantime, Wenatchee has the annual St. Patrick's Day Parade, and that's coming up this Friday. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Introducing Alpine Airman. Because every home needs a superhero to eliminate poor indoor air quality, send inefficient operating equipment packing, and cut high energy bills down to size. For heating or cooling and equipment replacement, turn to the experts and the superheroes at Carrier and Alpine Air. We offer the best deals on high-efficiency Carrier products, along with friendly, knowledgeable service and incredible savings to fit your budget.
At Prestige Senior Living, we celebrate life at every age. From our cognitive and fall reduction programs to our focus on life enrichment and wellness, we help our residents maintain independence while nurturing mind, body, and spirit. Residents also enjoy a wide variety of amenities and services, including restaurant quality dining, housekeeping, a full calendar of events, and so much more. To learn more or to schedule a tour, visit us at prestigecare.com or call the number on your screen. We can't wait to show you around.
It's the National RV Show at the Grant County Fairgrounds in Moses Lake.
March 16th through the 26th.
With tons of vendors, a scavenger hunt for the kids, and enter to win a new RV. Top manufacturers are coming from across the country, like Winnebago, Holiday Rambler, Forest River, Thor,
Flagstaff, Grand Design RV,
and more. Check out the enormous selection of both new and used RVs, motorhomes, travel trailers, fifth wheels,
with huge incentives and lifetime warranty.
The financing options are amazing. So come on down to the National RV Show at the Grant County Fairgrounds in Moses Lake.
March 16th through the 26th.
Welcome back. In another news, 11-year-old Gabby Whitman is a Girl Scout learning to play the clarinet. She has a younger brother named Tyler and a dog named Bowser, both of whom she protected when a fire suddenly started in her family's apartment back in December. The incident report from the Wenatchee Valley Fire Department said the fire was caused by a faulty battery, and without the quick decision by Whitman to grab a fire extinguisher, the fire damage would have been significantly worse. In her own words, she explained what was going through her head when she decided to act.
A couple years before, we went to this open house at the Douglas County Fire Station, and it taught us how to use a fire extinguisher just in case of a fire. And when it comes to a situation like this, a lot of stuff immediately snaps into your head. Well, that open house was one of the many things that popped into my head. And I remembered we had to pull this little ring. I couldn't find it at first. And I can't remember how to actually set off the fire extinguisher. So I rush in and I trust my gut, and I press this button at the top and it sends some of the fire extinguisher gas shooting out. So I'm like, all right. So I look at the fire as if I'm aiming a Nerf gun, and I aim it at the fire and I spray, and until I no longer see any orange, any red, any of the colors of the fire. Sometimes you think it wasn't a big a deal, it was a small fire, but other times you realize it was a small fire, but it could have gotten a whole lot bigger. And you never know what life will throw at you next.
Way to go, Gabby. Well, a Wenatchee sophomore joined Senator Brad Hawkins in Olympia last week. James Byrd, who is homeschooled, served as one of 15 student Senate pages from March 6th through the 10th. During the program, pages work on mock legislation and provide support to Senate offices. While there, Byrd put together a mock bill regarding term limits for the governor. Back at home, Byrd enjoys playing lacrosse and computer programming, which he hopes to later pursue in college. Well, as we go to break, sometimes it's hard to wait for the Apple Blossom Grand Parade. Fortunately, in the meantime, Wenatchee has the annual St. Patrick's Day Parade, also billed as the world's shortest parade. Sunny FM and the Wenatchee Downtown Kiwanis host the one-block march, which starts staging at 6:15 p.m. Friday in front of Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center. The parade itself starts about 7 p.m. and travels on Orondo Street between Mission and Wenatchee Avenue. Multiple local civic groups have signed up to participate. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story, where we will tell you about an upcoming fly fishing film tour at the Numerica Performing Arts Center. And get ready for a beautiful stretch of end of winter weather. I'll have all the details in your complete local forecast. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
March is a food and wine lover's dream in Chelan, presented by Lake Chelan Wine Valley. Taste Chelan celebrates food and wine all March long, created to tickle your taste buds. Experience a food and wine tour happening every Saturday with special offers all month long. Local wineries select their most tantalizing varietals, paired and curated with food from local restaurants, chefs, and culinary artisans. Taste Chelan. It'll bring out the foodie in you. Buy tickets now by visiting tastechelan.com.
Getting ready for the boating season is easy with the help of Bob File Boats and Motors. With marine technology changing fast, the service department stays up to date with the newest developments and factory certifications. They have what it takes to make boating fun and hassle-free for the season. Speaking of hassle-free, now's the time to get your boat ready for summer. Remember that starter that wouldn't start or trailer lights that didn't work? Don't be left on shore. Call Bob File's service department today and get ready for summer fun. At D.A. Davidson in Wenatchee, they believe your investment success begins with a personalized plan. A plan that is the roadmap you need to navigate your way to living your best years in retirement. D.A. Davidson can help you create a plan so you can take the time to enjoy the finer things in life. Let the financial advisors at D.A. Davidson help chart your retirement future today.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. In tonight's features story, the 17th annual Fly Fishing Film Tour will make a stop at the Numerica Performing Arts Center in downtown Wenatchee this Thursday. The FT3, as it's called, is presented by Costa, Yeti, and Sims. This year's show will feature locations from Cuba to Patagonia, Mexico to Australia, Alaska, Wyoming, the Deep South, Massachusetts, and beyond. There will be a silent auction and raffles to help support Cascade Fisheries. That's a nonprofit based in Wenatchee working to restore and protect fish bearing watersheds in north central Washington. Tickets are $15 with doors opening at 6:30 Thursday night. Here's a look.
You blokes have been pretty skillful with those little skinny rods, wouldn't you?
It's called lucky.
This is something that is pretty damn new and wasn't like even an option not too long ago.
take a check now of your local north central Washington weather forecast. And boy, watching that fishing video makes you want to get outside, doesn't it? We are getting there. Today felt pretty good. Lots of sunshine, but we've got that wobbly camera on the Cascadian looking at downtown Wenatchee. And you can see we did have some wind today. Of course, the windier spots, as you would imagine, Ellensburg over 20 miles today. And also folks around Quincy saw a pretty good wind as well. Temperatures, though, were fairly mild today. 48 unofficially at Pangbourne Airport here in Wenatchee. Lower 50s over in the Columbia Basin for highs today. Our normal is 52. Record high is 68 degrees, and that was set back in 1994. 30 is where we started the day this morning. 34 is our normal low temperature for this time of year. And our record low just 3 years ago in 2020, it was 21 degrees. Sunrise 7:14, and the sun will set at 7:06. Let's take a look now at what we can expect as we get you into Thursday. March Madness begins tomorrow, and it should be a beautiful day all around north central Washington. Once again, the warmer spots over in the Columbia Basin, Quincy, Ephrata, and Moses Lake in the low to mid 50s. We won't be quite that warm tomorrow. Most of us in the upper 40s. Wenatchee, we're talking Aniat and Chelan at 48 degrees. Leavenworth 47. Lake Wenatchee, you're the cool spot tomorrow at 44 degrees. Taking a look at what we can expect as we get into tonight. Mostly clear skies. Here's our high pressure. Remember, rotation around high pressure is clockwise, and we are seeing a nice ridge over us right now. A little chilly tonight with those clear skies. We'll drop down into the upper 20s, which is slightly below normal. For Thursday, just some high clouds out there over Washington State. We'll call it sunny tomorrow and mild. High temperatures right near that 50-degree mark for most of us. St. Patrick's Day, and it should be a beauty. Mostly sunny skies and mild. A second area of high pressure begins to squeeze in along the coast. We'll see high temperatures for Friday again right around that 50-degree mark. And then as we get you into the upcoming weekend, things look nice. Get outside and enjoy it if you can on Saturday. Mostly sunny. Highs, we're going to bump up into the low 50s as we get into Saturday. That yellowish green color indicates very mild temperatures. We'll continue to see that. On Sunday, high pressure will remain in place off the coast. We'll see seasonal high temperatures into the low 50s. Remember, normal's around that 52-degree mark. And then for Sunday to end our weekend, or I should say Monday rather, our first day of spring. And it's going to rain on us. Yeah, 30% chance of mainly morning showers on Monday. Really not a whole lot to worry about. Still going to be decent with highs and the clouds a little cooler in the upper 40s. And then for Tuesday, high pressure back in control. You can see the ridge up and over us. Partly cloudy for Tuesday and mild with high temperatures again near 50 degrees. Let's take a look now at your 7-day forecast. Tonight, a lot like we've been seeing. A little chilly. You'll have to probably start that car or scrape the windows in the morning. 28 our overnight low. Sunny and mild for our Thursday, and 49. St. Patrick's Day. It should be beautiful if you are attending the world's shortest parade. And the 50 degrees for our high. 51 on Saturday, mostly sunny, and then some clouds. Sunday right through Tuesday. Temperatures, though, not bad. Our first day of spring on Monday, maybe some showers, 30% chance of rain. And then by Tuesday, partly cloudy and dry with a high temperature then of 49 degrees. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
It's the National RV Show at the Grant County Fairgrounds in Moses Lake.
March 16th through the 26th.
With tons of vendors, a scavenger hunt for the kids, and enter to win a new RV. Top manufacturers are coming from across the country, like Winnebago, Holiday Rambler, Forest River, Thor,
Flagstaff, Grand Design RV,
and more. Check out the enormous selection of both new and used RVs, motorhomes, travel trailers, fifth wheels,
with huge incentives and lifetime warranty.
The financing options are amazing. So come on down to the National RV Show at the Grant County Fairgrounds in Moses Lake.
March 16th through the 26th.
Central Washington Water is your solution for problem water. Whether you're on a well or municipal water, they can design a clean water system custom to you. Soft water eliminates water spots and scaling on fixtures. It protects appliances from hard water damage, saving you money. Soft water reduces soap usage that causes skin irritation and is a healthier choice to drink. Call for a free in-home consultation or stop by the store to have your water tested. Central Washington Water, your best water solution for home, pool, and spa.
The agents of Kennedy Real Estate Group are committed to providing the ideal client experience. We believe in the power of relationships. Why? Because we don't just work here, we live here. From the nonprofits we serve, the parks where we play, and the local businesses we support, our team understands the value of living in the Wenatchee Valley. Let's begin your real estate story.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Wednesday to you. Steel Venters led Eastern Washington over Washington State 81-74 last night in the first round of the men's NIT college basketball tournament. The former walk-on from Ellensburg drained a huge three-pointer in the closing moments and finished with 27 points as the Eagles knocked the Cougars out of the tournament.
TJ Mamba's having to go over the top of some bigger defenders makes a difference.
Ellis Magnuson, number 55, into the game for Eastern Washington as Steel Venters an and one from distance.
Look at the concentration level. You go up, you size up your shot, and then you take the contact chance for
David Riley. Inside, nice feed, Price, and one.
I like that David Riley's trying different things. You're trying to get this team off the rhythm inside. You know, you're not scoring it. They're playing some pretty good defense, Washington State, from the perimeter. So what do? Go back to what you do. Go inside.
Tie ball game here in Pullman. Allegri, hesitation, kick out, near corner. Venters, nerves of steel with 16 seconds to go.
Here it is. Here's the drive, the penetration, the collapse defensively, but you don't want to leave that man.
It was a great game last night. DJ Rodman led Washington State with 23 points, who were playing without Mohamed Gay due to a hamstring injury. Coach Kyle Smith says Gay's presence inside was missed.
That was a really intense postseason game. Hats off to Eastern. I thought they played really well. Venters made all the plays late, and I thought we gave a good effort. Obviously, we didn't know till today that we weren't going to have Mo, but I'm proud of our guys. They adjusted well. We just probably didn't have enough depth. Without him, he's a big change, but no excuse. They outplayed us. They played well. They played really hard, and they're a good team. They're really good. I can see where they won. They're a much different team than we played early in the year, and I thought they'd get better, and they did. And I know they finished their regular season and postseason not the way they wanted for sure, and they came down with their determination and grit, and we had our opportunities to win, but didn't come through. And like I said, you got to make plays to win, and they did, and that's what you need to do to advance this time of year.
Eastern awaits the winner of today's matchup between Oklahoma State and Youngstown State to see whom they'll play in the second round coming up on Friday or Saturday. We have two national champions in cross-country skiing who hail from North Central Washington. Wenatchee's Quentin Cook took the U.S. Junior National Championship in sprint freestyle yesterday in Fairbanks, Alaska. In the U16 category, Cook finished just ahead of Leavenworth's Silas Diatre, who took fifth. Winthrop's Ben Kaufman took 10th. Meanwhile, Derek Richardson, who's originally from Leavenworth, now attends the University of Alaska Fairbanks, took the national championship in the U20 category. The U.S. Cross Country Ski Junior Nationals concludes tomorrow with a mass start in a 5K, 10K, and 15K race, depending on age and classifications. Turning to the Les Schwab prep scoreboard from yesterday, boys soccer, Okanagan shut out Kashmir in a battle of Bulldogs 3-0. Moses Lake blanked Ephrata 2-0, and Wenatchee edged Quincy by a final of 5-4. There was one game game on the pitch today with Chelan scheduled to host Liberty Bell. Also fast pitch softball yesterday. Quincy topped Tonasket 8-5. Brewster beat Cascade 15-0. On the schedule for today, Okanagan at Omak. Cashmere hosting Liberty Bell. Today's game between Tonasket and Cascade and Peshastin has been postponed due to snow and field conditions. Moses Lake defended its home field in prep baseball yesterday, downing Pasco 12-zip. Warden edged Okanagan in an offensive battle 13-12. 2 games on the schedule today. Liberty Bell at Cashmere, while Wenatchee is on the road at Othello. Well, the Mariners scored 2 runs in each of the 7th and 8th innings and held on for an 8-6 win over Kansas City in Cactus League baseball yesterday. Jared Kelnick came through with an RBI double, while Jacob Nottingham had a rare inside the park home run.
Here's Jared Kelnick with a swing and a line drive down the right field line into the corner. The throw in is cut off. Relay to the plate. DeLoach slides. He scores. 3-2 here in the bottom of the 5th.
1-2 to Nottingham. Infield straight up pitch. Swung on, sent to center field. Slicing drive. Long run by the center fielder on the track at the 4:10 mark. Dives and crashes into the fence. The umpire said he didn't hold on. And motoring for third, lumbering to third is Nottingham. Manny waving him on. Here's the throw to the plate, and he is safe! Jacob Nottingham has circled the bases, and the Mariners have a 6-2 lead.
Mariners were in Mesa today to take on the Oakland Athletics. Well, the Wenatchee Bighorns are back home tonight in TBL play. Wenatchee will call Eastmont High School home as they entertain the San Diego Sharks after winning its opener against Vancouver. The Bighorns 0-3 since. Sharks come into tonight's game 1-1. Again, gets it away at 7:05 at Eastmont High School. Wenatchee Wild will be back home this weekend to begin the final 4 games of the regular season. Merritt comes to town Friday at 7:05. Cranbrook Saturday at 6:05. Wenatchee was 6-2 in February, 2-1 so far in March. Coach Chris Clark says the team's really been playing well lately.
You really do want to be playing your best hockey come playoffs, and gradually, week by week, we've been getting better and better and better, and you can see, obviously, those wins are starting to stack up, which is always a good thing, and we do have a lot of work still ahead of us the next 4 games, and we want to continue to get better, but yeah, I'm definitely happy with the progress this group has made, and they deserve it. They've been putting in really good weeks of practice, week in, week out, really since beginning of November, and it's great to see them rewarded with the wins because of it.
Clark joined us on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley and said it's crazy how there's only 5 points difference between the Wild in 7th place in the Interior Conference and 3rd place Salmonar.
I've never seen anything like this since I've been coaching, whether it be when we were in the North American League or now that we're in the BCHL. I've never seen a division this tight where every single game matters, and you're getting right down to the wire, and all 4 games are gonna matter. Our group had a goal coming back from Christmas that we wanted to try to secure home ice. That's still an option here. We have 4 games left. Luckily for us, all 4 are at home, where we have had a ton of success this year, and we've been having the Wild faithful come out and be loud and proud, which has definitely been giving us that home ice advantage, and we're going to need to take advantage of it here the next 2 weeks against, again, some very good hockey teams.
Again, coming up this weekend, you've got Merritt in town on Friday and then Cranbrook on Saturday. Get your tickets at WenatcheeWildHockey.com. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Grandstrom. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Eric. And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at NCWLIFE.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@NCWLIFE.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great night.